Imagine standing at the edge of a silent swamp. The air is thick, heavy, and burning hot. The water does not ripple from wind, it ripples from something moving beneath the surface. Something so large that the ground itself seems to breathe. This is not a nightmare. This is Earth 60 million years ago. And somewhere in this dark water, the largest snake in history is watching. Its name is Titanoboa. If humans had existed then, this place would have been unsurvivable. But we never faced it, and there is a reason for that. To understand why, we must return to a world that followed one of the greatest disasters in Earth's history. The dinosaurs are gone. An asteroid has ended their reign. The planet is wounded, reshaped, and strangely quiet. But life does not retreat. Instead, it changes direction. Forests grow faster than ever before. Rain falls endlessly. The planet overheats. Near the equator, in what is now northern Colombia, a rainforest forms that no human has ever seen. It is darker, it is denser, and it is hotter than any modern jungle. This is the birthplace of Titanoboa. Long before scientists ever gave it a name, this snake ruled silently. No roar, no warning, just pressure, weight, and inevitability. Titanoboa lived during the Paleocene epoch, about 60 to 58 million years ago. This was a time when mammals were still small, fragile creatures hiding in shadows. There were no large land predators yet, no lions, no bears, no humans. Nature left a vacancy at the top of the food chain, and Titanoboa filled it. The first clues to its existence were not dramatic. They were fragments, broken bones, ancient vertebrae buried under coal. In the early 2000s, deep inside the Cerrejón coal mine in Colombia, paleontologists uncovered massive snake vertebrae unlike anything ever found. Each bone was thick, wide, and heavy, too large for any known snake, living or extinct. At first, scientists were cautious. One large bone does not make a monster. But then came another, and another, and another. In total, fossils from nearly 30 individual snakes were found. This was no accident. This was a population. When the bones were reconstructed, the truth became unavoidable. This snake was longer than a school bus, heavier than a car, wide enough that its body would reach a grown human's waist. Titanoboa was not just the largest snake ever found. It was the largest snake that could exist. But how could such a creature survive? The answer lies in heat. Snakes are cold-blooded. Their size is limited by the warmth of their environment. Too cold, and a massive body becomes useless. Muscles slow, digestion fails, movement becomes impossible. Titanoboa lived in a world that solved this problem. The Paleocene tropics were far hotter than today. Average temperatures were likely above 30 degrees Celsius year-round. The nights were warm, the water was warm, even the soil held heat. This constant warmth allowed a snake to grow without limit, and Titanoboa took full advantage. But size alone does not make a ruler. Control does. Titanoboa was not a fast hunter. It did not chase prey across open land. It waited. The Cerrejón rainforest was a swampy maze of rivers, flooded forests, and slow-moving water, perfect for ambush. Titanoboa was built for water. Like modern anacondas, it likely spent much of its life submerged, its massive body supported by buoyancy. Only its eyes and nostrils needed to break the surface. In this world, water was not safety, it was a trap.
The animals that lived alongside Titanoboa were enormous themselves. Giant turtles with shells thicker than armor, primitive crocodilians longer than modern species, massive fish that filled entire rivers. Titanoboa hunted them all. This snake did not inject venom. It did not tear flesh. It wrapped. Constriction is one of nature's most efficient killing methods. With each breath the prey takes, the coils tighten. Blood flow stops. The heart fails. Death arrives silently. Now imagine that force multiplied by 1,000 kilograms of muscle. There was nothing in this ecosystem that could challenge Titanoboa directly. No rival predator, no natural enemy. It was dominance without competition. But here is the first great mystery. Despite its power, Titanoboa did not rule the land, it ruled the water. On solid ground, a body this large becomes a burden. Movement is slow, energy drains quickly. Water was where Titanoboa became unstoppable. This means that even in its own time, Titanoboa had limits. And those limits explain why humans never faced it. Humans evolved in a cooler world. Millions of years after Titanoboa vanished, Earth's climate changed. Temperatures dropped, rainforests shrank, the endless swamps dried up into rivers and land. The conditions that allowed Titanoboa to exist disappeared, and so did the snake. But before it vanished, Titanoboa shaped an entire ecosystem. Every animal near the water lived under pressure. Every movement carried risk. Every drink could be the last. Fear was built into the environment itself. But Titanoboa was not a monster in the way movies imagine. It did not hunt constantly. It did not attack blindly. Like modern giant snakes, it likely fed infrequently. A single massive meal could sustain it for weeks or months. After feeding, it would retreat into stillness, digesting, waiting. Time meant nothing to Titanoboa. But time meant everything to the planet. Slowly, the world began to cool. Rain patterns shifted, swamps fragmented, waterways changed. The reign of Titanoboa depended on balance, and balance never lasts forever. As temperatures dropped, even slightly, a giant snake became vulnerable. Its massive body required constant warmth. Its slow metabolism could not adapt quickly. Smaller, faster animals began to thrive. New predators appeared. Mammals grew larger, smarter, more adaptable. Titanoboa did not evolve away from gigantism, and that may have sealed its fate. By around 58 million years ago, Titanoboa disappears from the fossil record, not in a dramatic extinction event, not in fire or impact. It simply fades. Its world no longer exists. And that brings us to a chilling realization. Humans never faced Titanoboa, not because we were stronger, not because we were smarter, but because the planet itself no longer allows such a creature to exist. Yet the question remains, if the Earth were to return to those temperatures, if the swamps returned, if the heat became constant again, what would rise from the water?
We explore what Titanoboa truly means for our planet, why its size still haunts science, and what its extinction warns us about the future of life on Earth. Titanoboa did not vanish in fire or chaos. There was no single moment of destruction, no sudden end. Instead, the world slowly changed around it. Temperatures dropped by only a few degrees. Rainfall became less constant. Swamps shrank into rivers. The endless warm water that supported Titanoboa's body began to disappear. For a creature that large, even a small change was fatal. Titanoboa was not built for flexibility. It was built for stability. for endless heat, for a world that never cooled. As the Paleocene moved forward, Earth became less extreme, and Titanoboa, the product of an extreme world, no longer fit. This is how giants usually fall, not through violence, but through imbalance. The rainforest itself transformed. Thick swamp forests became more open, waterways shifted, prey animals changed in size and behavior. The giant turtles and crocodilian relatives that once shared Titanoboa's habitat either adapted or vanished. Smaller, faster animals began to dominate. Mammals, once weak and hidden, started to grow larger. They reproduced faster. They adapted better. Titanoboa did not. Its massive size, once its greatest strength, became a weakness. A giant body needs a giant world. Without constant warmth, digestion slows, muscles weaken, reaction time decreases. For a predator that relies on ambush, even a slight delay means failure. The snake that once ruled every waterway became trapped by its own scale. And then, quietly, it was gone. This disappearance left a gap in the ecosystem, but nature never leaves a gap empty for long. Other predators filled smaller roles. Crocodilians remained. Mammals took to land and water, but nothing replaced Titanoboa. Nothing ever would. Because Titanoboa was not just a species, it was a condition, a result of heat, water, and time aligning perfectly. And that alignment has never returned. Today, the largest snakes on Earth seem impressive. The green anaconda, the reticulated python. They are powerful, they are dangerous, but they are shadows of Titanoboa. A modern anaconda may reach 6 meters in length. Titanoboa was more than twice that. A modern anaconda may weigh 200 kilograms. Titanoboa likely weighed over 1,000. And even these giants are limited. They struggle in cooler climates. They depend on seasonal warmth. They cannot expand beyond certain boundaries. Titanoboa had no such boundaries. Its world had removed them. This is why humans never faced Titanoboa, not because we arrived too late by chance, but because our world could never host it. Humans evolved during cooling cycles. We survived ice ages. We adapted to cold, dry environments. Titanoboa required heat without interruption. If humans had existed during its time, we would not have dominated it. We would have avoided it, or we would have disappeared. There is no evidence Titanoboa hunted early mammals deliberately, but there is also no evidence any land animal near water was safe. A single coil from Titanoboa would have been enough to crush bone, to stop breath instantly. There would have been no escape. Yet Titanoboa was not evil. It was not aggressive by choice. It was simply nature at full scale. And nature does not care about survival stories. It only responds to conditions. This leads to one of the most unsettling questions scientists still face. If Titanoboa existed once, could it exist again? The answer is complicated. Modern Earth is warming. Temperatures are rising. Tropical regions are changing. But the world is not the same. The ancient rainforests were continuous, uninterrupted, and untouched. There were no cities, no roads, no fragmented habitats. Today, even the hottest regions are divided. Ecosystems are broken into pieces. A creature like Titanoboa would need vast, connected wetlands, endless heat, stable prey populations. That world no longer exists, and perhaps that is a quiet relief, because Titanoboa represents a level of dominance humans have never faced. We are used to predators that can be hunted, controlled, driven away. Titanoboa could not be controlled. There were no weapons capable of stopping it.
no strategy that could outthink it. It was too large, too patient, too silent. And that silence is important. Titanoboa did not announce itself. It did not roar. It did not charge. It waited. Even today, that behavior lives on in its descendants. Modern snakes still hunt this way, still rely on stillness, still disappear into water and shadow. When you see an anaconda slide beneath the surface, you're witnessing a fragment of Titanoboa's legacy, a memory written in muscle and instinct. But the full form is gone. Only bones remain. And those bones tell us something powerful. They tell us that Earth can create monsters when conditions allow. Not monsters of malice, but of scale. They tell us that extinction does not always come from impact or explosion. Sometimes it comes from cooling air, from quieter forests, from a world becoming less extreme. Titanoboa ruled without challenge, yet it could not survive a planet that changed its mind. Today, humans believe themselves to be dominant. We shape environments, we control ecosystems, but dominance is temporary. Titanoboa reminds us that no ruler lasts forever. The largest snake in history did not face humans, and perhaps that is mercy, because if it had, the story of humanity would be very different. The swamp would not fear us, we would fear the water, and somewhere beneath the surface, something enormous would be waiting, silent, ancient, unstoppable, until the world itself decided it was time to cool.